Actually, as we figured out, you were a little too young to know my reference, but yeah, there's this really cool photo, '01. It's Reed, McFarlane, Burner. I feel like it's the last time like three young Aussies kind of moved out into the world competition same time. There's been a lot of good guys since then. Reardon, for example. Moss, a lot of guys have tried it, but you, Jet, and Hunter, I feel like have a lot of staying power outside the home country. And of course, you guys have a lot of history. Was it really cool to get to race together?
Yeah, for sure. It's really cool. I didn't really know like Reed or Burner's kind of background, and that I didn't really know that they went to Europe first. Because yeah, I kind of just started watching Supercross and Motocross from like 2007 or 2008. For sure, I was watching it before that, but that's kind of just when I remember from. And it wasn't until the Lawrences went to Europe that I found out that's what everybody else from Australia did first. And my plan was always just to come to America first. I didn't want to go to Europe because every time I went there, I didn't really enjoy it. But yeah, and then I got an offer in 2019 to go to Europe, and I've loved it ever since. Yeah, really enjoy it over there now. And yeah, it's been really cool this weekend. Like you said, the Lawrences and I go way back. We're really good family friends, and sorry, got some dirt stuck in my throat. And yeah, we raced each other growing up, and it was really cool. And we kind of feel like brothers kind of thing, you know. And to represent Team Australia, it's really cool. Hopefully we did Australia proud. They had an early wake up to watch these races, so I hope it was worthwhile for everyone.
So I feel crazy. A lot of people were making a big deal about the U.S. guys, about, the rain, the mud, the great equalizer. You know, I think for a Netherlands, a France, you know, some of those muddy conditions are positive. I don't think in your guys' boat that exactly was as much a positive. Would you say, did you wake up this morning rubbing your hands thinking, oh, this is great, or were you like, oh, this is not going to be fun?
Actually, like, I don't mind it. I quite enjoy it. I was getting good starts this weekend, and that's key in the mud, and, you know, keep your goggles clean. So I was excited for it, and I was actually just, like, everybody was, you know, talking about the weather coming into this weekend, so I was checking it quite often, and I was kind of expecting it to be wet on Sunday. So I'm just grateful that I finally got to ride this beautiful track in the dry for one day. And when we rolled into the track this morning, I was like, oh, here we go, 2018 all over again. But yeah, like I said, I was grateful that I finally got one day of dry riding around this track because it was so much fun. But I feel like anyway, at this time of the year, if we're doing races now, you got to expect mud races.
Yeah, I would say even, you know, as much rain as we got in the morning, even individually between motos, the last moto looked kind of sick in a few places, though. It still looked sloppy in a few, but was it surprising how well it held up?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was a little bit worse than I expected. Like, well, I didn't really think we got that much rain, you know, when we rolled into the track this morning. But yeah, it was just so soft. Like in the first moto, I've never used the clutch so much in my life. Normally I can do like a whole weekend with a clutch, and after the race I said to the boys, you got to change that thing. But then when we went out for the second moto, it was quite a lot harder and a lot drier, and nowhere near as soft. But yeah, for sure, I think they did a good job overnight of sealing the track so it didn't get so like bad.
So, ending your GP season, the last 2 years has been tough for you over there. You mentioned on the podium, it's nice to end it on the box in a positive, especially I believe next year it sounds like in the GPs you'll probably be changing teams. Is it, you know, it's easy to say, but is this truly a big positive for you? Does it sigh of relief like, hey, I can still run with the top guys, I can be competitive, I can make the best of my next year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was never kind of like an issue. I always believed in myself, and I knew I just needed time to get back to the front. I had almost 2 years off, you know, and I basically couldn't use my left side for a whole year. So I just needed time to, one, build my fitness and strength back up, and also learn how to ride with such lack of range of motion. I have like 30 degrees range of motion in my wrist now, so that was a little bit difficult to get used to, and I had to try and work out the bike a bit this year. So from where we started the year to where we finished is such a big improvement, so I got to be really happy with how far we came, and I'm so excited to finally get like a solid off season, finish the year healthy, and get on the box as well. I was getting close to getting on the box in the GPs, but just always didn't quite come through. So thanks to the boys for helping me get up there this weekend. And just the best part about it is finally spraying that champagne again.